Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Mystic Destinies. So we're just gonna hop right back in where we left off on Chapter 3. Anyway, another day, another class. It's been a week since that day in the park. I haven't really had a chance to talk with Sho at length, aside from sending the occasional silly text to each other. But the more I think about it, the more I wonder why he was in that newbie practical magic class. At first, I thought he was just sitting in with Takumi or there to watch the demonstration. But after seeing how he reacted afterwards. Now, that's true. We already know from reading his profile that he has trouble controlling his power, so. Could it be that something's wrong with him? Yes, he's a phoenix. That he's not normal. So much cooler than normal, but still not normal. Anyway, but then why would Professor Kazama let me choose him out of everyone else to help me? It just didn't make any sense. I felt like I was missing some big piece of the puzzle, and clearly it wasn't something Sho wanted to talk about. I make my way into the control and focus classroom for the second time. There's only a few students inside. Most of them are in little groups, happily chatting away as they wait for the professor to show up. I look around for a place to sit, and my eyes fall onto a familiar face. Sho is sitting there alone, practically at the other end of the classroom, far away from everyone else. He's reading something on his phone with his back almost turned from the door, so he hasn't seen me enter yet. He wasn't here last week. What changed? And why is he all the way in the corner? Sho definitely isn't the shy type, so it doesn't make much sense to me. I'm torn between going to greet him and sitting somewhere else. What if he wants to be alone? See, I kind of feel like this should be one of those choices. Like, you should be able to make a choice. Go talk to him or don't go talk to him. You know what I mean? Like, as I finally move to find a seat, Sho looks up. I mean, it's one of those things where you could say, oh, go talk to him and you talk to him, or you don't, and then later you end up talking to him, and it doesn't have to be like a choice that actually means a damn thing, but, I don't know. Okay. Inara? Sparkles the unicorn. I don't know why that amuses me so goddamn much, but it does. For a moment, seems lost at seeing me here. Then, like a switch, he suddenly grins at me, waving me over like a madman. Hey, Sparkles the unicorn, sit next to me. No, we'll still call her Inara. But when they say her last name, it's not Fujimoto, it's Sparkles the unicorn. His enthusiasm is catchy. I offer no objections and sit in the seat beside him. I want to ask him many questions, but the classroom door opens with a bang. The professor strides in, his messy brown hair practically bouncing as he moves. I hear some of the girls next to me start to whisper, and I gather that Professor Arden is quite popular around campus. I decide to shove my questions to the back of my mind and pull my laptop out. I'll finally just ask Sho about it later. I put all my focus into the lesson ahead. Oh, look, they don't even have like a dude. What are they called? I don't even know what these are called. But like they don't even have one for the teacher. Righto, kiddos, time to learn. Today we'll be talking about how to focus your magic so you don't actually blow something up. The professor says this with a laugh, but I notice Sho fidget in the seat. Despite the professor's light tone, Sho seems distraught. Professor Arden grins at the class. Right, so let's get started. The professor launches into a lecture on focusing auras, and all chatter immediately ceases. I kind of wish that, like, even if he's not a character that you can date, because that seems to be the only characters us and the dudes we're dating. But, like, even her mother had, like, a physical presence. Like, why don't they have, like, a little cardboardy cutouty thingy of this professor? I just feel like they should. Completely captivated, everyone hangs on his every word. And yet, I keep staring at Sho. All of his attention seems to be focused slowly on Professor Arden. I've never seen him focus so hard before. Inspired by Sho, I turn back to the lecture, determined to learn as much as I can too. The evening breeze blows through my hair, tossing loose strands astray. Again, I kind of wish there was like transitions between like, we're in the classroom and then bam, we're outside and we're talking about our hair now. It's weird. After a full afternoon of classes together, Sho is walking me home again. He's so quiet today, it's starting to weird me out. I cast a sideways glance at him. Sho has barely spoken a word since we left the last classroom together. Only a quick, I'll walk you home. I think he knows what I want to ask. But Sho looks like he needs some time to think. So I just walk quietly by his side, waiting until he's ready to talk. Soon, Sho turns to me with a bittersweet smile. Bet you're wondering what I've been doing in remedial classes. Especially ones like control and focus. I am a little curious, yes. Show pauses. For a moment, he looks unsure of how to begin. You picked me to help you, so you should know. When I was little, I was really good at magic. Creating fire was natural as breathing for me. I was praised all the time. They called me a genius. But I started getting cocky, and I don't know what happened. But as I got older, I started having problems getting my powers to work. And then something happened, and I lost control completely. I can't even light a damn candle anymore. Either nothing happens or I blow something up. I'm so. He sighs. I signed up for those classes so I can try and learn how to control my powers. So I don't have to feel so helpless. Show. I figured it might have been something like that. But now that I know the truth, it's much worse than what I had imagined. I mean, she has no right to judge. To actually have had the power, to still have it, but not be able to use it while your friends around you do amazing things. Maybe this is presumptuous, since I've only had these powers for a few weeks. But I feel the same. I don't want to feel so helpless anymore. I don't want to be afraid of myself for accidentally blowing up something, or worse, someone. I totally read that wrong, but it's okay. I don't know what I'd do if I killed someone. So maybe, if you don't mind, we could practice together sometime? Seriously? You'd do that for me? Of course! We chose you, and so of course we're gonna fall in love with you. That's how visual novel romancy thingies work. Of course, why wouldn't I? And you'd be helping me, too. Sorry, it's just no one's really taken the time to actually ask me to study together in years. Of course we can practice together. I might not know how to control my powers, but I do know a lot about the theory of it. So I can finally help you out too. So are you free now? Do you want to come over? I don't live far. I'm free, but, I can't figure out how to say it without sounding rude. Could I just go to his place like that? Isn't that kind of... Sho seems to understand even without me outright saying it. Oh, don't worry. Remember Shinji? Super tall guy with purple hair? He's my roommate, so he'll be there too. I love the fact that they obviously write this, and I'm just making an assumption here, but that it's like super traditional to like, oh, I can't go to a guy's house, even though I'm in college if no one else is around. Like, I just love the fact that in every single one of these visual novels I read, they always have that in there, like, I don't know if I can go to your house. And I'm over here like, what the hell? You're an adult! Because I'm not thinking of it like, oh my god, it's totally inappropriate and people are going to think you are doing inappropriate things. I mean, maybe you are, but like, I don't know. Like, I can have a guy friend come to my house and not worry that people are gonna be like, "Ooh, what are you doing?" You know what I mean? Like, it just. So I just think it's so funny because it's weird because I live in a culture where it's fine and you go to people's houses and nobody else has to be there. You don't have to have chaperones and like it's not shameful or horrible or you don't think about like, what if people see me going into this guy's house and talk about me? It's like, well, go right ahead. I don't care because it's none of your business why I was in there and I'm an adult and I can be friends with someone and just because I'm in their house alone doesn't mean I'm doing anything inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? But it's obviously like the cultural differences. So it's so funny reading these novels where they're like, they're always like, I don't know if I can go to your house because you're a boy and I'm a girl. And it's like, wow, like does that I mean, I don't know. If anybody knows, tell me. Is that still like prevalent? Like where I mean, I'm sure obviously it's a cultural thing, but I'm just like it's so different reading that because that's not the culture that I was brought up in. So it just, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just trying to say that like it's just interesting reading when you get to these parts and you're like, "Why?" But it's because I don't know the culture. Like, I've never been to Japan. I know nothing about Japanese culture. So it's like, so, like, I mean, they at least have Japanese names. But then again, I mean, he's blonde. I mean, come on. I'm just saying. Anyway. Like, again, it's so weird. Like, I feel super awkward going to your house alone. What? Just to study magic? Okay. Well, I mean, I guess studying magic, I would feel a little awkward. Going to your house to study magic. This seems a little weird, but anyway. I can't help but feel a little awkward. He knew. I hope he doesn't think I don't trust him. But, well, I could probably make a run for it if anything happens. And see, then again, there's that thought too, like, at least she's being smart. Like, well, I don't know you, and what if you try to kill me? Like, well, there you go. That's the reason why you do cautious things like that. Like, barely know you. Should I go to your house alone? He doesn't seem like he's the type to kill us, though, so I don't know. Okay, let's go. And I'm pretty sure this one is not like the murdery one, whereas, you know, the other one is the murdery one. Amnesia Memories has the murderies, possibly. I don't know what path that is, but anyway. With that decision made, we make a slight adjustment to our destination. It doesn't look like Sho lives all that far away from me. He lives in the main city area. Look at that, that's so cute! What is that? I love it. I feel a little nervous as we move along in silence. Hey, do you want to stop by the convenience store on the way? We could get some snacks. Oh, sure, good idea. Yes, snacks. We make our way to the nearest convenience store. I want those little bear cookies that are filled with chocolate. When we reach the shop, Sho stops in front of the door. Sho stops in front of the door. He turns back to look at me. Wait here, I'll run in real fast. Be out in a sec. It's the 11. It's 7-Eleven. It's the 11-11. I love that. 11-11. Because they can't say 7-Eleven. He runs into the shop, and I move away from the door. I settle in to wait, but after a few minutes, I start getting an odd feeling and look around. It's then I notice a girl standing on the other side of the road. Okay, they have her cutout thingy, but they don't have the other teacher dude. The setting sun reflects off something, a vivid blue collar near her hair. Collar or did it say collar or color? Oh, color. I said I'm so dumb I can't read. I squint and then see that she's wearing blue rose-shaped earrings. You can see that from across the street. They're so cute. I wonder where she got them. It's probably rude to just go and ask her, though. That's when I realize she seems to be looking at me. Sho walks out just then, and I turn around to face him. I see that he has a couple bags in each hand. Sorry for the wait. I went kind of crazy with the shopping. No problem. I take 2 bags from him and move to leave. Something wrong? No, it's nothing. I look around while we walk, but I don't see the girl at all. It's like she completely vanished. Yeah, did she forget about her family? I'm just wondering, because it was what am I going to tell my dad about my mom being missing? And it's now been like a week. And has she talked to her family? Wait a minute. Wait, let's go back. Hold on. Didn't it start? Hold on, wait a minute. It's been a week since that day in the park. Okay. The day in the park was the day she was freaking out, right? Because she got the text, and then she lost her phone, and she was kind of thinking about, like, how to tell her parents what happened and whatnot, right? Her dad about her mom. Like, hey, have you heard your mom? It's been a week, at least, since that phone call about, hey, where the hell's your mom? What happened? What happened? Like, legit, what happened? My phone is ringing. I'm totally not answering. But anyway. But what happened? You spent a week, like, and your mom's missing, you haven't talked to your dad, like, I mean, I get that's not the point of the novel, but it's a underlying theme here, like, hey, your mom cursed you, and but now your family's just gone? I don't know, it's weird. Unless she forgot about her family. That would be kind of interesting. I can understand that, but I'm just bringing up the plot hole here. We finally arrived at Sho's apartment building when he starts checking his pockets. Is something wrong? No. Maybe? I might not have my keys. Sorry. I'm a little annoyed, but I can tell Sho is more upset than I am. It's true, I'm not particularly impressed with his lack of responsibility, but it is kind of cute. Oh, but I think Shinji is home tonight. So we're in luck. Sho leans forward and knocks on the door. After waiting outside the door for a few moments, Shinji opens it. Show, I swear, one of these days I'm going to super glue the goddamn keys to your hand so you stop losing them all the damn time. I actually like that he seems like he's like sweet and nice, and then he's like, I'm going to glue the goddamn keys to your hand, and the swearing coming out of him is just weird to me, but I like it. Hey, I seriously thought I had them today. Shinji seems to realize I'm standing there for the first time, and his eyes shift to me. I'm sorry, these are college students? What the frick kind of swank-ass apartment is this? They have nicer shit than I do. Hey, Anara, how are you? Hi, Shinji, I'm fine. I came to practice with Sho. I mean, we're gonna study magic and practice it. Yeah. Practice magic. I'm making an idiot out of myself. This is just so weird. One of the few things I do remember my Shizuka telling me is that I needed to be careful of men from a young age. I can practically hear her voice now. If a boy tries anything on you that you don't like, and doesn't take no for an answer, then kick them where it hurts and run. Unexpectedly, I find a smile threatening to form, but I manage to keep a straight face and refuse to focus on Shinji. Oh, and refocus on Shinji. Okay, whatever. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess your mom got cursed by some dude, so I'm assuming she would not trust men. Bird, did you just poop on my pillow? Not cool, brat face. You better not have. Better just been fluffing your feathers. I see you. I'm looking at you. He's looking at me like all suspicious, like he did something wrong. Like, you didn't see me. What are you doing, booger face? Anyway. Sorry, I'm so distracted reading this one. I don't know. He's looking at me in what appears to be amazement. Oh, okay. Wait. Really? Is it really that surprising? Well, honestly, yeah, but that's great. Just let me know if you guys need any help. Yeah, because he's like super fucking magical. He's a goddamn unicorn. Shinji goes over to the couch and picks up his black acoustic guitar. I'll be in my room if you need me. And try not to have too much fun. Don't break the bed or anything. Oh, Shinji, you're naughty. Shinji, what the hell, man? Is he blushing? Well, you are going to practice, aren't you? Magic, that is. Would you just get out of here already? Shinji chuckles as he walks into his bedroom and shuts the door. Sho turns back to me and I can't bring myself to look at him. Maybe it was a bad idea coming here. Sorry about that. Shinji's a really nice guy, but even he can be kind of an ass sometimes. Let's go, my room's through there. Sho points to the hallway behind me and moves past me to lead me in. I slowly follow him, my heart beating a little faster. I can't stop my mouth from falling open. Look, he's got birdies on the wall! That's the first thing I noticed. Birdies! Birdies, birdies, birdies! I like birds. How on earth do they afford this? I hadn't really had time to think about it, but the living room was really nice too. Yeah, I mean, this built-in is like goddamn gorgeous. I would love this. It's awesome, man. Who needs end tables? Still, this was beyond extravagant compared to my small apartment. Yeah, I know, you have a bed and a desk. That's it. I look around the room, surprised how tidy it is. I don't even think she has a kitchen. As I should have expected, there are bird pictures everywhere. Oh, that's true, he's a phoenix, which is a bird. So. Overall, the room seems warm and welcoming. Perfect fit for Sho. Sho is at his desk looking through the books on his shelf. He seems so focused that I don't want to disturb him. I put my bag on the foot of his bed and walk to the large window. It's gorgeous. There's a lovely view of the nearby apartments and a lush green area around us. I can even see what must be hundreds of stars. Admiring the view, Sho's soft voice asks behind me. I look at him as he comes to stand next to me. Let's go break that bed. Yeah, I was just surprised that I could see so many stars. Well, it's because we're pretty close to the campus. There's a weather spell around the campus that helps keep the skies clear of light pollution and clouds. It goes out for a few kilometers or so from the radius of campus in every direction. It's pretty cool. But if you want to know more, Shinji would know better than me. Sho says this all so casually, but I'm in complete disbelief. Really? I mean, wow. Your world is so different. Everyone's so powerful. I feel really insignificant. Hey, it's your world too now. And don't forget that I'm right here with you. I can't do anything remotely that skilled. Yeah, but we're gonna learn, right? I hold my hand out a little awkwardly to affirm my words and Sho gives it a squeeze. Yep, we'll be partners from now on. Aww. Yeah, so let's get to studying. Yeah, studying. Bow chicka wow wow. I move over to Show's desk and take a look at the books he's pulled out. They're all on entry-level magic. Oh, well, that's boring. I mean, no, magic is great. Magic is cool, but just kidding. I pick them up and notice that they're still in the shrink wrap. The words on the binding suggest they're for elementary school students. How long have you had these? Not since elementary school, if that's what you're thinking. I bought them last week. After seeing Shinji and Tatsuya's demonstrations. Yeah, I saw the way you guys looked at them, and I thought maybe I could do that too. No, I'm sure I can. Then let's get started. I pull out the desk chair for Show, gently grab his wrist with one hand and quickly pull him to it. What are you doing? There's only one chair, so I'll grab one from the kitchen. Open the book and find out where we need to start. At the beginning is probably good. I'll be right back. Having sat Show down, I hurried out of the room towards the kitchen, my determination renewed. Oh, we're gonna run into Shinji. Oh, no. A long time passed since we started studying. I began by having Show tell me about his history with magic and learned that he actually did know a lot. There was just this strange gap between his knowledge and his ability. So even though it must have been frustrating for him, I had him start with the basics and basically teach me as we went. There had definitely been quite a few aha moments for both of us, but no actual magic practice had happened. Do you want to take a break? I stand up and stretch. As I do, I look at my watch and realize it's close to 12 a.m. Oh my gosh, is this late? It's this late? But Show hasn't looked up from the notes I wrote even once. Instead, he mumbles to me. No, I don't need a break. I think I've almost got this. Got what? I get no answer before I try to stifle a yawn. I lean over and put my hands near the paper he's been reading over and over again to get his attention. Look, Show, it's been hours. I think. Whoa! The papers Show's been staring at so hard at. Papers Show's been staring so hard at ignites, and I practically jump back. Show stands up so fast he knocks his chair backwards. I watch in stunned silence as a small fire in the middle of the paper spreads ever so slowly to the edges. I did it, Inara! The fire doubles in size with a roar, covering almost the entire desk in flame. Show the textbooks! Crap! I got it! Show reaches into the flames, and my stomach clenches. What are you doing? Stop! But Show ignores me and grabs the textbooks anyway, even as they're wrapped in flames. I remember then that he's fireproof, but knowing it and seeing it are two different things. And anyway, it doesn't look as if everything about him is fireproof. Show your clothes! Oh, dear Lord. The fire from the textbook is starting to climb up the sleeve of Show's hoodie. My brain finally kicks in and I dash past Show toward the door to get Shinji. Hey guys, I'm gonna be... Oof! In my rush to get out, I've run right into him as he opens the door. Terrified, I look up into Shinji's face, silently pleading the words I can't manage to get out. Shinji seems to understand what I'm trying to say and looks up. You can hear the fire crackling. I turn around and see Sho desperately trying to pat out the fiery textbooks. He appears completely oblivious to the fact that his clothes are on fire. Shinji sighs as he sweeps his open hand in front of the area that's on fire and then makes a fist. Just like that, all the fire in the room disappears, leaving only scorch marks. Whew, that was getting totally out of control. Thanks, Shinji. No problem, but was that Inara's first fire? Nope, it was mine! I can't believe I got it! And I was controlling it pretty well too. Well, before I got too excited. Seriously? That's awesome, Sho. Congratulations. I would have a hard time believing it if I hadn't seen it. And don't worry about losing control. That's pretty normal at first. Maybe I can make something nice for dinner tomorrow to celebrate. Thanks, I'm looking forward to it. He's like, no, it was mine. I lit the fire. Like, I just think it's so cute. I get so excited. Hey, was that a nurse first fire? No, I did it. Sho runs up to Shinji and practically tackles him in a hug. Shinji gives him a slightly awkward pat on the back, accompanied by the sort of relaxed smile that implies he's used to this. As I stand there, a hand on my pounding heart, a realization comes over me. A minute ago, part of the desk was on fire. Sho's clothes were on fire, and a distant smell of smoke still hangs in the air. Yet these two guys are just standing here, smiling and hugging each other like there wasn't a raging fire in the room a second ago. These guys, they look human, but they really are from a different kind of world. My hand drops and my body sags as weariness drags me down. Both men look at me and Sho rushes to my side. Inara, are you okay? Yeah, I'm just really tired. After all that studying and excitement, you must be exhausted. Sho, it's really late. Why don't you take her home? Shinji gives me one last smile before turning around and leaving us alone in the room. Yeah, he's like, yeah, you go, girl. After a moment, I come to a decision and start talking. I keep my back to Sho because I know if I look at him, he'll persuade me otherwise. I'm going to head home now. It's way too late for you to walk me there and back, so... Aw. Look, she looks totally like, what the frick? Also, the green eye and the brown eye make her look a little crazed. I feel gentle arms wrap around my waist and warmth at my back. I try to turn around, but Sho's head is leaning on my shoulder. Sho? Sho doesn't say anything for a moment, just closes his eyes and smiles. How can you see? Relax and let him hug you, goddammit. Just enjoy it. I relax a little in his comfortable embrace and lean into him slightly, though I'm not sure what's happening. I feel like I hear him sigh and pull me a little tighter. You know you love him. You know in every single version of this, I'm going to be like, you know you love him. When Sho speaks, his voice is soft and full of emotion. Thanks, Inara. It feels like I got a little piece of myself back. Aw. Of course, but I didn't do anything. It was all you, Sho. But you did. For 7 years, I haven't been able to control a thing. But since you've... I just want to be a better person around you. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Damn this. Damn you and your writing. Melt my cold, dead heart. I want to actually be able to help and protect you like I'm supposed to. Sho pauses and I feel his arms loosening. Cold rushes in to replace his warmth, and I realize just how comfortable I was. Yeah, you love him. Anyway, let's go. And no, I'm not letting you walk home by yourself. Especially after you helped me out so much. And what kind of future boyfriend would I be if I was like, okay, peace out, lady? Be like, no, I'm walking you home. Dude. Come on, Sho, seriously. Sho grabs my stuff for me and basically pushes me out of the room. Nope, sorry, not taking no for an answer on this one. After a peaceful midnight walk, we turn onto the street leading to my apartment. Even after all that happened, our conversation has been rather mundane. We leisurely chat about our next study sessions and how often we'll try to do them. After a lull in the conversation, I glanced at Sho. I get the feeling he wants to say something. Actually, I've had that feeling since we left his place. As usual, I wait quietly for him to start talking. I'm sorry about hugging you like that earlier. I tend to hug my friends a lot. So I guess that means it's official. You're my new friend. Yeah. I don't know would we say that, oh, we're just friends, or just, I think we should say I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that, though I did think that maybe we were friends even before now. You're probably right. I'm not the best with figuring out my emotions sometimes. In fact, you were the first person who was kind to me since I came back to Japan, so we've been friends for a while in my mind. Thanks. Anytime. We arrive at my apartment and I prepare to say goodbye to Sho. But when I turn around, he's just staring at me. Um, well, thanks for walking me home even though it's so late. I'm sorry for the trouble. I bow a little, but then I feel a hand on my shoulder. Are you kidding me? I'm the one who wants to thank you. The least I could do is make sure you get home safely. Or safely home. It is my job, you know. He gives me a lopsided grin and I smile back at him. Good night. Sweet dreams. Sho's hand lingers on my shoulder for just a moment longer before he turns and walks off. I'd be like, text me when you get home to make sure you got there safe. I sit on my bed feeling a little lonely with the absence of energy that is Sho. Back when I came to Japan, I didn't want to deal with the Russian roulette of an assigned roommate, so I went with a single apartment. Sho and Shinji are lucky to have each other. It must be fun having a good roommate like that. Idly, I look out the window where I last saw Sho, almost expecting to still see him there. That's when I notice someone standing there. Alarmed, I duck my head below the window's height, but move closer to get a better look. Spying out your window, that's so funny. There's definitely someone standing there. I can't tell if it's a woman or a man, but they seem to be looking toward my window. My heart feels like it's gone perfectly still, and my breath stops in my throat. Ooh, her phone's ringing. Like an engine getting a jump, my heart starts moving again at the sound. My phone continues its melodic onslaught, and, being careful to keep my head low, I reach across the bed to pick it up. It's my dad. I try to regulate my breathing and take a glance out of the window again, but the figure is gone. Swallowing, I answer the call right before it goes to voicemail. Hello? Hey, sweetie, sorry to call you so late, but it's about your mother. She called me. I feel like my heart has stopped again, only this time my entire body is frozen too. I can't even speak. Dad continues, sounding incredibly worn out. Your mother had to leave. She told me her reasons. She asked me not to tell anyone, and I've decided to respect her wishes, but I thought I should update you. I know I must have scared you with my previous texts. I'm sorry for that. And despite the fact that it was a week ago and nobody's spoken to each other in a week, I finally managed to force my voice to work. That's okay, Dad. I understand. Thanks, sweetie. I'm gonna go ahead and let you sleep now. But I'll keep you updated if anything changes. Good night. He called you, it's like probably like 1 in the morning. Like, oh, good night. Yeah, Dad, it's like midnight. Why would you think I'm awake? I'm probably sleeping. Good night. I drop the phone to the bed and stare at nothing for a while. Thoughts of the stranger outside, uh, thoughts of the stranger outside gone far from my mind. Oh, okay. I get it. Mother, I wonder what she told him. What could she have possibly told him? What could she have possibly told him? I lie down to try to go to sleep, but I end up continuously sifting through all possibilities in my mind until I feel like I'm going crazy. That's it, I'm done with this. I'll just watch an episode of one of my favorite anime to get my mind off this. I grab my tablet and go to my Tatami Roll anime app. I tap on one of my favorite magical girl anime, one of my few guilty pleasures. I tap on one of my favorite magical girl anime. That just I feel like there's one of those words should be pluralized in there. Magical girl animes, or I don't know, maybe anime is the plural of anime. I don't know. One of my few guilty pleasures, and settle in under the covers. After a little while passes in the show, a fight breaks out. Some of the supporting characters perform some really incredible magic. I sigh, not being able to fully enjoy it now that I know how hard magic really is. Wish it were that easy for me and show. Finally, the protagonist goes into a lengthy transformation that ends with her in a cute outfit. I wonder if I could transform like that. The hilarity of the idea strikes me and I end up laughing hysterically for the next few minutes. Oh, look, she changed. She's laughing. I know we've gone over, but I kind of wanted to get to at least the end of the day or maybe the end of the chapter, depending, to break it up. But I seriously do wonder if there's anything like that in the supernatural world. I'll definitely have to ask Show that on Monday. I end up falling asleep before the end of the episode, thoroughly exhausted, but generally in a good mood. Okay, perfect. Oh, perfect. Chapter 4. So I'm going to wrap this up here. I will see you guys next time and we will start chapter 4. So yeah, remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.